But Donald Trump wasted no time going from the courtroom to the campaign trail after becoming the first former president to be indicted on federal charges. The former president raised almost $3 million Australian dollars at the first major fundraiser of his campaign, where he spoke to supporters hours after his arraignment. Earlier, I spoke to Trump's former National Security Advisor, John Bolton, and began by asking for his reaction to the events of yesterday.
Well, it's obviously fairly dramatic when a former president gets indicted for any criminal offense, but I think after you read the special counsel's charges, the concern that we have for breaches of national security, making this information available to people who shouldn't see it, attempted obstruction of justice. Nobody should be under any illusions. This is very serious. And if it were anybody subordinate to the president of the United States, they'd probably already be in jail for this kind of behavior. So it's something that really I think is going to be very important as it plays out here.
John, in his speech afterwards, he said that he had a right to keep those secret documents that were the property of the US government. Is he right?
He is flatly wrong on that. Nobody is entitled to keep documents that are classified after they've left government employment without specific authorization. He didn't have it. It's a circumstance that he's tried to make into a dispute about storage. That's not the dispute at all. I think that he's in serious trouble, and typically for Donald Trump, he tries to make it look like the world is picking on him. Well, in fact, he had an opportunity to give these documents back, and he lied about it. He said he didn't have them.
How helpful is it for him that the judge is a Donald Trump appointee?
Well, you know, the way the judicial system should work, it shouldn't make any difference at all. It's a sad commentary on the United States that he or Donald Trump or anybody else looks at the president that appointed a particular judge and assumes that that judge will find a political rather than a legal way to help the president out. I hope that's not true of Judge Cannon. We'll see.
How likely is it, John, that he delays the trial, wins the White House, then pardons himself?
Well, it's a possibility. You know, if he were an honest man, if he were an innocent man, the instinct should be, I want this trial just as soon as it's physically possible. I want to prove my innocence. I want this stain removed from my reputation. I want this cloud over my head removed. That's what an innocent person would do. We'll see what Donald Trump does. I think it's far more likely he will try and delay it until after the election because he'd be scared of the outcome if it actually went to a jury.